The second concept is how to copy the objects between S3 buckets. But before that, let me tell you a scenario here. Let's say I have one S3 bucket. In this S3 bucket, I'm going to upload some objects. Now, whatever objects that I'm going to upload into this bucket, all those objects should automatically get copied into another bucket that's called as copying the objects between S3 buckets. So in order to understand this one, we are going to do a couple of tasks in the AWS console. Let me list out what are the tasks that we are going to do in the AWS console. The first task is here also we are going to create two buckets. So I'm going to name the buckets as source bucket and destination bucket, or you can also name it as bucket 1 and bucket 2. After doing that, I'm going to apply a configuration which is called as data sync configuration. Once after applying the data sync configuration, we are going to observe the changes that happens between bucket 1 and bucket 2. Whether the objects are getting copied from one bucket to another bucket, we will verify that. So let us go to the AWS console and work with how to copy the S3 files between two different buckets. So here I am in the AWS console, especially the S3 service. So I have deleted all the buckets and objects that we have created for the previous demo, that is replication setup. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two new buckets with different names. So let me click on create bucket, and then let me give the bucket name here. Region, if you want, you can select the Mumbai region or North Virginia region. It's up to us. So I'm going with the Mumbai region only, and I'm going to give the bucket name as source bucket. Okay, this is the source bucket. So in this source bucket only, I'm going to upload the object. So source bucket, let's say I'll give the additional name as an extension, that is my name, with all the other details as the default settings. I'm not going to change any of these, and then click on create bucket. Okay, let us also create the second bucket as well. And that second bucket name, I'm going to give it as destination bucket. Let me click on create bucket. And here, the second bucket also I'm trying to create in the same region, which is Mumbai region, and I'm going to give the bucket name as destination bucket Kastro. And then with all other remaining details as the default settings, let me click on create bucket so that we have got two buckets now. The bucket 1, which is a source bucket, and bucket 2, which is destination bucket. So whatever objects that I'm going to upload in the source bucket, all those objects should get copied into the destination bucket automatically. But in order to do that automatic copying, we need to work with a configuration called a data sync configuration. Now, how to work with that? So you can see the search bar here. In the search bar, just the type data sync. So here I am in the AWS data sync service. Make sure the region should be same. Wherever you have created the buckets, in the same region, you should open the data sync service also. If you are opening in a different region, then it will not work out. So make sure of it. So both my buckets are there in Mumbai region. So I have opened the data sync also in Mumbai region. So if you confuse how to select the region, just click on this drop down and you select the region in whichever regions your buckets are available. So currently my buckets are available in Mumbai region. So I'm currently there in the Mumbai region. So let us create a task here. In order to, why we need to create a task? Because we want to transfer the data from one bucket to another bucket. Transfer is nothing but copying here. Okay. So click on transfer data. And here we need to create a task to transfer the data from one location to, or from one bucket to another bucket. So in order to do that, we have 4 steps that we need to complete. The first step is about configuration the source location. The second step is about configuring the destination location. And the third step is settings of configuration. And finally, we are going to review all our details and we will create the task. So let us select the first one, which is configure source location. So here what I am going to do, I am going to configure the details of the source location. What is our source location? We have a bucket that is called a source bucket. That is our source location. Okay. So that means whatever objects that I'm going to upload in the source bucket, all those objects will get copied into the destination location. What is destination location? We have a bucket, which is a destination bucket. Anyway, I'll show you how to configure that. So first, let us configure the source location. So since we don't have any existing location, let us create a new location and then location type. So where we have the source bucket, it is there in the S3 service. Click on this drop down and select Amazon S3. Why we are selecting Amazon S3? Because we have the bucket in S3 service only. So select that, and where that bucket is available, it is there in the Mumbai region only. Select the region wherever bucket is available and select the source bucket here. So click on this drop down, and here I am selecting the source bucket. Don't select destination bucket because destination bucket is the step 2. That is, we need to configure destination location. Currently, we are configuring only the source location. That means we need to select the source bucket. So what will happen here? Whatever objects that I am going to upload into the source bucket, they should get replicated into the destination location where the bucket is available. That's called as destination bucket. And folder, this is an optional, it's not required. And IAM role, by default, it will generate an IAM role. So you can look after this IAM role as it is. So currently don't bother about IAM topic. We'll discuss about IAM topic in the upcoming videos. And then click on next. And then the next step is configuring the destination location. So here we need to configure the destination bucket. So create new location again, and then location type. Wherever destination bucket is available, it is also available in the S3 service. And then where the bucket is available, in which region, in the Mumbai region. And then select the destination bucket. So click on this drop down and select the bucket, that is select the destination bucket. So click on that. And then the storage class. If you want to change the storage class of the copied objects, then you can change according to your requirement. So currently I'm going to keep as it is. And then folder also I'm going to keep it as default. And IAM role, I'm not going to select any kind of IAM role, or you can click on auto generate. It will generate the role for you. And then click on next. Yeah, so here I need to click on auto generate. Let me click on auto generate the role. So by default, it will create the role. Okay. And then click on next, and then task name. So it is asking me to create a task name. So what I'll do is copying objects. So that's the task name. You can do any name, and then contents to scan. Everything need to be scanned, and then transfer option, everything let it be default settings. And then the next thing is, before clicking on next, we need to auto generate a CloudWatch log group also. So far we didn't talk anything about CloudWatch, so don't bother much about it. I'll be talking about that in the upcoming videos. But currently, since we need one CloudWatch log group, let me click on auto generate. It will automatically generate a CloudWatch log group, and then click on next and review everything. What is our source location? Our source location is source bucket Kastro, and destination location is the destination bucket Kastro. Okay, right. And then click on the create task. Now, once you created the task, the next thing is we are going to upload the objects into the source bucket, and then we are going to look after the files, whether they are getting transferred into the destination bucket or not. Okay, right. So let me go to the S3 service again. So here I am in the S3 service. Now let me upload objects into the source bucket, and these objects should automatically get replicated into the destination bucket. But before that, let me show you whether there are objects in the source bucket and destination bucket. So you can see in source bucket, I don't have any objects. And similarly in destination bucket also, we don't have any objects currently. So in destination bucket, we have 0 objects. So let me upload one object into the source bucket, and let's verify whether they are getting copied into the destination bucket or not. Click on add files, and then select the files, whatever that you want. So I'm just selecting this particular icon, and then click on upload. So once you click on upload, so you can see the object has been uploaded into the source bucket. This object should automatically get copied into the another bucket that is called as destination bucket. So click on destination bucket, and if you don't see the object, just refresh the page. You will ultimately find it out. So here you can see in the destination bucket, there are no objects that are getting copied down. There is one reason for that. The reason is in the data sync, we have created the task, but we have not started the task. So in order to start the task, let me go to the data sync option. So this one, I forgot to start the task. So let me open the data sync in a new tab. And here you can see the task, whatever we have created. So this is the task that we have created, but we have not started the task. We have just created the task. So let me click on the task, and here you can see the start option. Click on start, and then click on start with default. So once you can see, so the task status, currently it is in the running status. Okay, go to the source bucket and upload an object. So currently we have this object. Let me delete this one. Let me just delete it to better understand whether the objects are copying or not. Right. So in source bucket, I don't have any objects. You can see there are no objects. Let me go to the destination bucket also, and let me show you. You can see there are no objects in the destination bucket as well. Now let me upload the object into the source bucket, and these objects, whatever I'm uploading into the source bucket, they should get copied into the destination bucket automatically. So let me select this particular icon and then click on upload. Once you complete uploading the object into the source bucket, you can see this is the object that is available in the source bucket. Let me go to the destination bucket and let us verify whether the objects are getting copied or not. Let me click on reload. Yeah. So you can see the object has got copied. Whatever object that I have uploaded into the source bucket, that has got copied into the destination bucket. So wait for some time. If you don't see the replication immediately, or if you don't see the object immediately, so you should wait for at least 1 to 2 minutes. So this is all about this particular video. So in this video, we have talked about two important advanced topics that are available in S3 service. The first one is called as a replication setup, and the second one is how to copy the objects between two different buckets that are available in the S3 service. We will meet with another advanced topics that are available in S3 service in the upcoming video. Thank you.